Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Man, I was rocking and rolling today, really, really good, and kind of got stopped. My motor for my table saw, which is a Craftsman table saw I bought in 1989, one of the first big tools that I ever bought. I changed the motor about 21 years ago or so, and the motor's died. It's probably the capacitor is bad, but I did find one on eBay, so that's good news. Actually, I got a lot of work done. I got a couple of things. This is actually really interesting because I went through and I've been reclaiming the 2x4s and things, building what's going to become our island. And so as I go through, this is one of the 2x4s, for example, right here. You can see the nail holes that are in this. You can see the dark color and things on there. And what I've been doing is pulling out all the nails, cutting it down on the table saw, making sure I don't have any nails, run it through the planer, and I end up getting these pieces that are nice. And we're trying to make sure we use up all the pieces. Now, if you've been following what we're doing at the Red Brick House, when you go upstairs, there's actually two doorways that go into that back bedroom. We're going to actually take one of those doors out because you don't need the two of them, and we're going to actually make that like a linen closet. So my question for my bride was, do we want to just close that door and just make it shelves in there, or do we want to actually close it off? And we've decided that we'd actually like to have that as a straight wall. It'll be better to be able to put some furniture and stuff there. You'll have actually a wall that's there because you've got the fireplace on one side, you've got a window on that side, then you've got the railings and the walkway. It would be good just to have a solid wall. And so closing that, we want to do it traditionally. And so we're talking about plaster and lath. So what we'll do, where we have all these pieces that we cut off of the 2x4s, we're going to repurpose these and make lath. Basically, it's like lath they would have had back in the day. So I'll be taking these down and I'll be tacking them on the wall. I'll go ahead and just frame it up. I'll tack these in place and we'll be plastering these just like old school. So we're trying to use every bit of the materials that we have in the house as much as possible. If you watched earlier, I was taking care of making these. We're actually doing this live. These are going to become the post for our island that we're building. And when I was about to cut out my notch for the face frame on them, my table saw died on me. So I may go to my father's house tomorrow and use this table saw to cut when I need to, or I may just wait till I go back down to Waynesboro and work on the Red Brick House. So we've got our legs at least cut out. We have two of our wings glued up and actually planed, the first planing set. And this is the next two wings right here for the tables, for the countertop. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces here. So I'm taking these clamps off so that way I can clamp the next one over here. And so we'll have to plane these. Now the good thing at least is, yes, my table saw is not working, but I can still surface this stuff up. And because it is so big, we're not going to be putting this together until we're down there to actually put it together. So I can get 5 of the 6 pieces made, ready to go. What I won't be able to do, because I don't have enough wood, I got to bring back some more wood and reclaim it. This will be about 14 inches. I'll need to make another 10-inch wide piece to go along with that to laminate it up to it. Because it is so big, you can't put it through, or at least I don't have a planer that's big enough to put all this stuff through. So what I'm doing is I'm making sections of it, and we'll assemble it. We'll end up having the 14 and the 11 sections there together, and we will assemble it on site to make one real big one. So what you're looking at right there, this is going to be a big, and I mean big, island. But I want this to be the focal point of my kitchen. So, yeah, it's going to be big. What's going to happen is we'll laminate this up, and I can show you over here. So I just put the legs on top here. This is one section right here. So two of these will go together, and that will make a 25-inch piece. The center of this is the 30-inch stove, and then another 30-inch piece on that side. So you can see, and I'm going to tell you, this is solid and this is heavy. And this is all reclaimed wood from the red brick house, which I am so excited to be able to have and to be able to use on this project. I think it's important to try and use as much of the materials that we can from the house for the house. I wish I had brought back more of the, I don't know what I was thinking yesterday when I left. I should have brought back more of the 2x4s or the 2x6s that I have left, so I could have gotten this all together, although my table saw died, so there's that. So that would have been a problem anyway. Now, what I'm doing on this, because I do have some concerns about having enough materials, is I'm going to butt joint a couple of pieces in here to make sure, just to give us a little comfort zone, making sure that we do have enough wood. Yeah, this is a lot of glue. About a whole nother gallon of glue for this. will say that this will be the biggest butcher block that I've ever built. Now you can see where I have every other one. I've got 3 sections in here that I'm doing I hope this works well. We'll find out, won't we? There'll be a whole lot of wood. Now, me and my wife were having a discussion because there are wormholes and some nail holes and things like that that are in the wood. And I like filling them in with black epoxy. And my wife is like, I don't like that too much. But the problem is you can't find wood filler that is going to be the same color as this. Now we could go through and take sawdust and mix it with the glue. But I kind of like having the wood, the black, accentuate what Mother Nature did to it. You know, I think it looks prettier with the black. Now it's flowing a little bit better. This thing is going to be so freaking heavy. Oh my gosh. I guess I really didn't know what I was getting into when I got the red brick house. Didn't realize it was going to end up being my life's work. In a way, I feel really good about the things we're doing with this. Repurposing the wood and trying to make it as close to possible. You think about when this house was built, they couldn't just run to Home Depot and grab a new countertop or wood. They had to use what was there and make do with whatever they had. And that's kind of the way we're trying to do this, but in no way, no how is this anywhere as difficult as to what they originally had to go through building this place. Now I do have, this piece does have a little bit of a bend to it that we're having to basically pull it together and take it out of it. You're going to what? Okay. I'll be here. Okay. I want to make sure that there's plenty of there on the top edge. This is going to be fun to get in the planer. I ain't gonna lie to you. Got a little bit of a sap edge right there. Loosen it out just a little bit, see if I can tap this one down just a little bit. And tap this one back. That'll do it. Oh, that's what it is. Got it upside down. Got the bevel backwards. Yeah, there's a lot of work that's going into making these. Can't wait to see this one. Whew. Plain. This is going to be a beauty. I want to make sure that this sucker is tight. It's got to last another 200 years. What you want to see is you want to see that glue squeeze up. That's what it's doing, squeezing up. My hands are just worn out from all of the stuff I've been doing. My arthritis is kicking in. Nice and tight. Love it. Love it. Come tomorrow morning, get Mike, try and help me plane this sucker. And I'm going to see if I can get this thing down so I can wipe off the excess glue, because this is going to be heavy. You see this one right there? Good Lord. Yeah, I've never made a butcher block this big before. All right. Okay. It's okay. We lost one clamp. Put that back on. Whew. Lordy. Let's move the camera here. Whew. All right, so you can see it. That's it. That's half of the main section of the countertop. We use Tribond 3 glue, which is an interior exterior glue. It is strong. And what we'll do is we're going to plane this down to 2.5 inches. The other one down to 1 3/4 inches. So we have a little bit of a lip. That's a lot of glue. Alrighty. Thank you as always for watching. Peace. Okay, so my goodness. Here's what we've got. Look at these. Wow. So we've got 30.5 inches, 30.5 inches. These are on each side of the stove. So there'll be a stove in the middle of this. You have this much space on each side left over. And then this piece goes on here, but it's also the same width. This thing is huge. Now this is 2 pieces right here, so what we'll have to do, of course, is laminate this up. And that's going to make our, I think it's 24.25. I'm going to end up having to put just a little bit of a piece onto the end of this when I do the final glue up on this, and that one's 25. But you can get begin to get the scale of the size of this thing. It is huge, and I mean it is huge. But I think it's going to look great once it's all put together. I'm excited as can be for it. Wow. That is a day's worth of work here. And I don't know that anybody has antique butcher block countertops. I don't think that exists. All right, good people. I am done for the evening. Tomorrow morning, I'll be able to plane that and see what I've got. I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate you. Peace.